Thank you for calling Late Night Taco Delivery. If you are calling to place an order, unfortunately the store is closed due to the fact that we are about to record a podcast. We'll be closed for another half an hour-ish. If you're calling to listen to the show, congratulations, you are just in time. So kick back, relax, and enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Late Night Taco Delivery.
Late Night Taco Delivery!
The road show is no longer on. We are back in our home base. I am your host, Daniel Gill.
And I am Jonathan Knoll.
And we are so glad as heck to have you home, my friend.
It's great to be back.
How many days were you gone?
25 days.
Wow.
Yeah. So almost a full month.
Do you feel different? Do you feel like a man?
I'll give that a qualified yes.
Yay. Hail the conquering hero.
Yeah,
I saw you get home, and I'm like, yay, he has returned. He has not forsaken us.
Although it was really tempting to just keep traveling.
Yeah. Were you almost out of money?
No, actually, I was very regimental as far as my budget.
Nice.
So I was fine. But yeah, the roadshow, the trip included Chicago, New Orleans, Washington D.C. I skipped Baltimore, unfortunately.
Okay.
Philadelphia, Red Bank, New Jersey, New York City, Boston, Buffalo, and then back home.
Well, we will talk about your excursion a little later on.
Absolutely.
What have you been having a chance to geek out on anything lately?
Well, there is one, but I'm going to save it for later.
Okay. I watched a documentary last night called Lost Soul, which is about the making of probably one of the worst movies of all time. The 1990s version of The Island of Dr. Moreau with Marlon Brando.
Oh, I've seen a review of that. Oh, it's awful.
I saw it in the theater. It's the only movie I've ever actually seen that put me in physical pain. It was so bad.
Oh, damn!
I was rolling around in my chair screaming, please just make it stop.
Oh my god.
I was out with a bunch of friends. We were just like, we're going to see Island of Dr. Moreau. And we went and saw it, and I'm just like, I need alcohol, and lots of it.
Oh, Christ.
I got so blitzed that night. I was just like, please, I have to try to scrub this memory of this movie from my mind.
I need brain bleach and a cheese grater.
Yeah, but apparently it was going to be the big budget debut of an indie director named Richard Taylor, who was known for making a 1990 movie called Hardware, which is a kind of a sci-fi horror film. It's supposedly very, very good, especially for a low budget feature.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about that.
And it basically is talking about all the trials and tribulations and everything that could have possibly gone wrong with this production did go wrong. I mean, it was just one loopy thing after another. Originally, it was going to star Bruce Willis, Marlon Brando, and James Woods.
Oh, wow.
And then
it kind of has promise.
Then Bruce Willis dropped out because his wife and he were getting divorced.
Right.
Then Marlon Brando's daughter died.
Mm.
Then Val Kilmer got involved, and he decided he didn't want to be involved. He was far too important for this film, so he didn't want to play the hero anymore. So they switched him over to being the Montgomery, who's Dr. Moreau's assistant.
Right.
Which put James Woods out of the movie. Then they hired a guy named Rob Morrow, who was off the TV show Northern Exposure, and he hated working on the film. He thought it was incredibly amateurish, and he finally got out, and they got David Thewlis in, and just what should have been almost like a 2-month shoot ended up stretching to 6 months.
Yeesh.
In the middle of nowhere.
Grody.
At one point, they're probably I was looking at a rainfall map of where we were picking up the shooting, and is it the deeper the blue and the more purple it gets, the more rain it gets, and the one spot we were shooting at was nothing but deep purple.
Oof.
And everything that could go wrong went wrong, like I said. And finally, Richard Taylor got kicked off the production, and John Frankenheimer, who's directed a couple of my favorite movies, like Manchurian Candidate and Ronin, was brought in to try to salvage the movie, and even he couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that movie is pretty hopeless.
It is phenomenally bad. It's a movie that needs to be watched. We should watch it sometime and just do a commentary.
Yes.
Tim Leafeite, our
Lifehite.
Lifehite. I keep messing his name up.
I noticed.
Lifehite wants to do a commentaries for movies and get us involved. And I was like, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I've been trying to get us to do that, like with Marquise and such.
Okay.
So, yeah, we should definitely do that. And if it's especially bad, then booze should be involved.
Yes, it should. All right, let's get started with the news. Did you have a chance to get any news this week or no?
I got plenty of news because at some points my trains actually had Wi-Fi.
Oh, nice.
And pretty much all the places that I stayed at had Wi-Fi as well.
Lifehite. I will remember his name is Lifehite.
Lifehite. It's very German.
Lifehite. First off, before we get to some of the shit we're gonna have to talk about here, let's get some good news. Happy 75th anniversary to Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
1940, his first appearance in a cartoon called A Wild Hare appeared. And there's a whole story behind how he got named, but for life of me, I cannot remember it off the top of my head.
That is, he was named after animation supervisor Bugs Hardaway.
Okay, I knew it was something similar to that.
Yeah, that is the prevailing story.
Okay.
Trust me, I know this one. My mom did her undergrad and master's thesis on theses.
Theses.
Yeah, theses. Theses pieces.
You said theses.
Sorry. Anyway, she did her theses on animation from the 30s and 40s.
Cool.
So, yeah. And we've had her on the show before, so she could probably tell us better, but eh.
Okay. Yeah, at some point we'll sit down and talk about Warner Brothers cartoons with her.
Absolutely. I'd love to do that. But yeah, Bugs Hardaway.
All right, cool.
And there is also some breaking news.
Ooh.
This just in. Mark Hamill has been officially confirmed for The Killing Joke.
Yes, I saw that today and I squeed. And there was like, well, can they get Kevin Conroy? I'm like, what else is he doing? And also, he loves to work with Mark Hamill. Of course he's going to do it.
Oh, please, 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 sir, please.
There's not even a please. It's like, yeah, where do I sign?
Shut up and take my money, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
I kind of hope they break a little bit with the tradition of how they're doing the animated films, and make them make the animation a little more rounder, more shaded, or make it as deep and weird and primary colors as Brian Boland's original Killing Joke comic book was.
Did you see the Dark Knight Returns one?
I watched bits and pieces of it. I haven't actually got a chance to see the entire thing yet. It was okay. I actually thought they did the Dark Knight better in the Legends of the Dark Knight Batman animated series episode.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. Just only by a small margin, though.
Yeah.
So I suppose we should move on to the geek news then, like the full-on geek news.
Okay. I thought that's what we were doing.
Well, the stockpiled.
Right, yeah. I've got quite a few things bopped up here.
Yep. I apparently have 22 stories.
I've got a lot.
That's fair.
Why don't we stay with Mark Hamill?
All right, go for it, man.
There was a minor kerfluffle last week when Amy Schumer, the comedian who's starring in the new movie Trainwreck,
yes,
appeared in a rather risque photo shoot for a magazine with members of the Star Wars cast.
Yeah, you
R2-D2, C-3PO, etc., etc.
You posted a thing about that on our Facebook page.
Yes. Well, according to Lucasfilm, it is not surprising that GQ would want to capitalize on the cultural cachet of Star Wars, but Lucasfilm and Disney did not authorize, participate in, or condone the inappropriate use of our characters in this manner.
Yeah, they're pretty pissed.
Well, here's what Mark Hamill said. Got excited when I saw Amy Schumer pics and thought she was just cast in Episode 8. We should be so lucky.
Oh, Mark.
He is a great guy.
Mission Impossible. This is one of those... I love it when actors do their own stunts.
Right.
Because there is Tom Cruise actually hanging off the side of a plane for Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this, and I watched the stunt featurette, and there are about a bajillion things that can go wrong with this one, and you just kind of watch, kind of in the same morbid way that you watch NASCAR, in the hopes that something really bad will happen. I mean, nothing against, well, I'm sure there's a lot of things against Tom Cruise, but still, just...
He's always been a good actor. He's just very weird personally.
Oh, yeah. He's a personality, all right.
Yeah, we discussed my feelings on Scientology in the past, and there was a rumor going around he may be leaving Scientology because of his daughter Suri, but I seriously doubt that.
Yeah, I have my doubts about that, too.
Though I still to this day wonder exactly what Katie Holmes has on Tom Cruise. No, I'm serious, because Scientology, when they have an enemy, they go after them both bores. I mean, they annihilate their lives, and they never touched her.
Yeah.
And this isn't like a minor person leaving the Scientology. No, this was the wife of the poster child of Scientology, the one that has his kid.
Yeah.
What does she have? What kind of world-shattering information does she have that has managed to cocoon herself from Scientology?
Only she and the Illuminati will know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your turn, man.
Okay. This one kind of cracked me up, because you've been talking the last couple of weeks about Mortal Kombat and some of the downloadable characters.
Yeah.
Mike Miters and Predator and such. Well, WWE 2K16, which is doing their big wrestling games.
Yeah.
For a pre-order, you can actually play as Arnold as the Terminator. And there is this absolutely hilarious thing they did. I think they actually got Arnold to do it, where he recreates the bar scene from Terminator 2.
Mm-hmm.
When he walks into the bar naked, and there's all these WWE stars in there, and he walks up to Dean Ambrose, aka the Lunatic Fringe.
Right.
Goes, I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. And they do the exact pitch perfect moment from Terminator 2. And then at the end it says, Terminator, pre-order WWE 2K16, Arnold as the Terminator. So
that makes me happy.
So you can have your own fights between the Undertaker and the Terminator.
I've only seen the first I've only seen the first Terminator movie, so
blasphemy.
I know. I need to get on that.
You need to at least see Terminator 2.
Yeah, among the other bajillion things I need to watch, like more Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. Well, I just remember I remember reading an article when Terminator 2 came out. They actually, because they were still using a lot of practical stunts.
Mm-hmm.
They actually attempted and pulled off one of the most dangerous practical stunts ever in Terminator 2.
Really?
Well, they flew a helicopter under an overpass.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the thing is, by that point in the movie, I was so numb because of all the special effects and all the explosions, I didn't even notice. It wasn't until I read the article and they were talking about how dangerous it was. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Hayao Miyazaki has a new animation project. He is literally the man who will never retire.
He keeps talking about it, but no, he refuses.
Yeah, basically he was in a meeting with the Japanese Prime Minister, and let's see. And he started to be, and he's confirmed rumors that he has begun experimenting with computer graphics.
Mm-hmm. That's actually one of my stories, but I'm keeping quiet.
Yes, it will. So far, he has a 10-minute CGI short that is being developed for the screen at the Ghibli Museum. It will feature the story of a caterpillar named Boro.
Huh.
And he says that his producer has predicted the film will take at least 3 years to complete, but he's working hard to make sure that it gets done faster.
Very cool, very cool.
So, yeah.
All right, let's see here. This is what actually Tim Lifeheight Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
Yay!
You win the cookie.
Yay! Well, actually, my roommate made butterscotch cookies, oatmeal cookies the other day, and they're just phenomenal.
That sounds good.
They're addictive. Apparently, Hot Toys, which is a company out of Korea, they make some of those incredibly detailed 1/6 scale action figures you can possibly imagine. I mean, they've made Iron Man and Star Wars and Terminator, etc., etc. And they've also even made 1/6 scale Hulkbuster armor.
Nice.
Which is like this massive thing. Well, they've made they're making a 1/6 Millennium Falcon that you can actually put your action figures in.
I heard about this.
It is way too fucking big. My house could not hold this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone in the house that can hold this thing.
Probably my basement.
Damn is all I have to say. Just fucking damn. Now,
but
I would
still want it, though.
Oh, I still want it. I would not be adverse to building my own Millennium Falcon at full scale and living in it.
That'd be awesome.
That would be fun. Yes, and then you have the cockpit, a big plasma television in there, and watch movies in there with my friends.
Oh yeah, either do that or basically mod an apartment to be like the Millennium Falcon, and then the cockpit is your balcony.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
I'd love to do that.
I like that idea.
So you like Mystery Science Theater 3000, right?
But of course.
Now, a few years ago, I had the great fortune to meet the people who went into the Cinematic Titanic camp. So
right,
that's
Joel and
Joel, Trace, Frank, J. Elvis Weinstein, Mary Jo Peele.
Right.
Good time. Really good time. And so I try to keep abreast of what's going on with them. And Trace Beaulieu, who played Crow on the show for several years, up until the end of season 7.
I hate Crow's new voice.
You do not like Bill Corbett?
No. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of who voiced
Tom Servo?
Yeah.
That was Kevin Murphy. He went on to do Riff Tracks.
Okay, I'm sorry. Kevin Murphy, when he first took over Tom Servo's voice, someone mailed him a banner made of computer paper.
And it was all bubble letters. I know this one, but go on.
Yeah, it basically said, I hate Tom Servo's new voice, because it changed in the second season. And so Kevin hung it proudly in his office and says, I really do worry about someone who sends hate mail to a puppet.
I pray for them.
Yeah. But anyway, so what have they been up to?
This one is sad, actually.
Oh, no.
Trace Beaulieu looks like he was about to get involved with another puppet series.
Oh, okay.
A web series called Vermin. I am actually at the Kickstarter site right now, and here's the description. Vermin is an all-new comedy puppet web series created in cooperation with the Puppet Forge and Fearless Comedy Productions.
Okay.
The Puppet Forge was in the Kickstarter mix early and was essentially a beta project for them. Our Transylvania Television Halloween special campaign was used heavily in Attack of the Show, and they were flashy, they were cool, and they succeeded. But the series of this series, Vermin, is puppet rats who work in a testing lab as a day job, but the lab isn't quite what it seems. Seems to have failed, unfortunately.
That's too bad. Okay, well, I got another Kickstarter news that's a little happier.
But let's see. From what I've seen, it looks like they're gonna go for it anyway.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of Kickstarter, do you remember a show called SWAT Cats?
It's a Hanna-Barbera show, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
Okay, it came out about 20 years ago.
Yes.
Mid-90s, really exciting show, lots of action, lots of really good animation. The character designs are phenomenal. Fun show, just an absolutely fun show.
Yeah, I remember catching one on the Hanna-Barbera hour on Boomerang, which was They were transported back in time to medieval times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they fought a dragon in their awesome plane.
Of course, which is, what you're supposed to do in an awesome plane.
Absolutely.
But, no, it was unexpectedly canceled, even though it was the most popular show on TBS at the time, live action or cartoon. Because apparently Ted Turner didn't like it.
Ted Turner was also psychotic.
Yeah. But anyway, the Tremblay brothers, who created SWAT Cats, actually were able to keep the characters. Were actually finally able to wrest the control of the characters from TBS, from Hanna-Barbera. Sweet. So they're now doing a creator built Kickstarter for SWAT Cats Revolution, and for $50,000, they're going to create a new TV Bible, 3 scripts, character design, and concept art.
Excellent.
And if they have $100,000, they get production of a 2-minute animation teaser trailer to establish the look of the new series, and then basically all the way up to $115 million, they will produce a direct-to-streaming movie. And right now, with 25 days to go, they've already got over $70,000. So they've beaten their first goal.
Excellent.
So join the revolution.
Do it.
Do it now.
Speaking of revolution, and by revolution I mean like RPMs.
Okay.
That was a really ham-fisted segue. Blech.
Well, we'll see how it worked when you tell me what it's about.
We have a new Rock Band game.
Oh boy.
Yes, and it looks like there are all new pieces to play, including Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic, The Cure's Friday I'm in Love, Dream Theater's Metropolis Part 1, The Miracle and the Sleeper, Foo Fighters' Judas Priest, Live, I'm not sure, The Outfield, Ozzy Osbourne's Miracle Man, Paramore, St. Vincent and Van Morrison's Brown Eyed Girl are in there.
Okay.
So, awesome, I guess. I don't really play these games. So.
I didn't. But speaking of video games and giant robots, there's my ham-handed segue.
Okay.
We never got a chance to talk about this in the show.
Okay.
There's a company in the United States which built a giant robot.
What?
Yes.
Tell me more.
Okay. Megabots built a giant robot and then challenged a Japanese company called Sudobashi Heavy Industry, which also has a giant robot, to fight a giant robot duel.
God damn.
And Sudobashi's founder, Kagoro Kurita, says, yeah, I'll fight, absolutely. We can't let another country win this. Giant robots are Japanese culture.
Thank God for Japan. I mean, really, just thank God for Japan.
Yeah. Now, and the funny thing is that they're currently trying to hammer out the details.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kurata's response to Megabot's challenge also upped the stakes, asking if the duel can be fought as a physical melee rather than the Megabot Mark II's paintball guns. Come on, guys, make it cooler. Just building something huge and sticking guns on it, that's just super American.
Yeah, it is.
So, United States and Japan are going to throw down with giant robots.
This makes me so happy. This makes me ridiculously happy. I want like 5.
I just want to see it happen. I'm like, oh my freaking God.
I know. To think that we have lived this long to see this happen.
We have giant robots.
Oh, fucking damn it. Speaking of fucking damn it, looks like Dan Aykroyd will have a cameo in the new Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, he can't stay away. I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I had a feeling it would happen too.
And I'm assuming, Ernie Hudson's not doing anything else. I'm sure he would make a cameo very comfortably with some extra cash. And Bill Murray says he won't do it, but he seems like the kind of guy who would just randomly crash the shooting.
Yeah.
He lives in New York anyway.
Mm-hmm.
He just come down do 5 minutes of filming and walk away.
I thought he lived in California, though.
No, he's got a house in Hudson Bay area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, learned that in an episode of No Reservations with Anthony Bourdain.
Hey, that's fair. I'll give you that.
Yeah. But no, I can definitely see. And speaking of that, hold on. Where is it? the new names of the names of the new Ghostbusters. Did we cover this already last week or no?
No, we did not. Tell me all about it, my friend.
Okay. This has been released. Paul Feig put on Twitter, and now they've been matched up with who's playing who.
Sweet.
Kristen Wiig will be playing Erin Gilbert.
Okay.
Melissa McCarthy will be playing Abby Yates.
Awesome.
Kate McKinnon is playing Gillian Holtzman, and Leslie Jones is Patty Tolan. And beyond that, still don't know the characters or the personalities, but I do know that the large African American woman originally was a sewer worker who alerted the new Ghostbusters to what's going on and ended up joining the team. So.
And Chris Hemsworth is the Beaver.
Yes. Chris Hemsworth is the eye candy.
Yeah. I don't know. I still like the Beaver. Anyway, in a transition that has nothing to do with beavers.
Dun dun dun. Though female Ghostbusters does.
Yeah.
I'm a sad little man.
This is science.
Science.
So, in the interim between our last episode and tonight, there was a satellite that finally passed by Pluto.
Yes.
And we now have the clearest photos of Pluto and its moon Charon to date.
Okay.
And it's pretty neat.
Pretty cool.
I
saw a picture. It's like, dear Earth, I was big enough. Dear people of Earth, I was big enough for your mom, Pluto.
Too hot. Hot damn.
He's like, shots fired.
Go for it, man.
Oh, Jesus. Let's see here. Well, we haven't talked about zombies yet, so let's talk about zombies.
Oh, fuck.
Well, it's not that bad of a zombie thing, I swear.
Okay.
The Walking Dead is finally getting an official beer.
To think that I have lived this long.
Yes. Terrapin Beer Company and The Walking Dead have teamed up to brew the official beer of the undead. Made with blood orange peel and a horrifying amount of hops, this bloodthirsty red IPA will have you prepared for the upcoming zombie apocalypse. And the problem is, I don't like India Pale Ales.
Fair enough.
Well, the reason they're called Pale Ales, basically, back in the Victorian era when, Britain was taking over the entire world, or doing their damnedest, they went to India and took over India, because, like, fuck you little brown people. Sorry, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it was the prevailing thought process of the time, but go on.
But when they would ship out a British beer, it never managed to survive the trip because it would get so very, very, very hot and humid out in India.
Mm-hmm.
So they've discovered if they added an unholy amount of hops, which is the flour that helps give beer its flavor, it would actually be able to stand up. And the problem is it's extremely hoppy and very bitter, in my opinion. But so every IPA I've ever had in my life is like, blah.
I don't know. It sounds tasty, especially with the orange and all that.
Well, we can always see if we can track down a six-pack and try it out on a show sometime.
Oh, absolutely.
We can break out the video camera and have a sci-fi tasting party or something.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
In a segue that has kind of something to do with zombies, I guess.
Okay.
Are we
talking about Republicans?
No, Michael Cera.
Don't tell me he's been cast in a Marvel movie like everybody else now.
No, thank God. DC, actually. Kind of God. DC.
Okay.
Well, we have Jesse Eisenberg in his weird Kurt Cobain wig already. Yeah. Batman, so you remember how there was the Lego movie?
Yeah.
And how there's now a Lego Batman movie?
Yeah.
Michael Cera is Robin in the Lego Batman movie.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It's not like he's doing anything else currently.
I don't know. Michael Cera is fine, I guess. He was good in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and he's kind of the lovable dork that we all wish we were, but we're probably not.
Yeah.
But we see
I did quite enjoy Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Oh, so did I. But we just kind of have this sameness to certain actors. And Michael Cera kind of really advertises that.
Yeah, he's just sort of a cookie-cutter nice guy, you know?
Yeah.
He's the nice guy that never gets the girl until he does.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We got some breaking news here.
We now take you live to Dan at Dan's domicile.
Ready, Steady, Go. Spielberg's Ready Player One set for March 2016 start.
Woo!
Yep, this is the video game movie based on the best-selling book of the same name that Spielberg is doing for Warner Brothers. A casting call has gone out for Wade, describing a male Caucasian, clean-cut with a sense of humor, 18 to 19 years old, overweight or underweight, a sincere and passionate player in the Oasis. Not the most confident guy at the Oasis, but Wade gains boldness and nerve as his worlds collide. He uses his skills and supports of his friends to rise above each challenge.
Great.
Also set to be cast are Helen, who is at 18, a heavy-set African-American girl, a little butch. He's a technological whiz with computers and cars.
Yes.
The characters includes Artemis, Shoto and Dato, and doesn't say anything about Halliday, the Great and Mighty Oz.
Og.
Or Sorrento.
So
maybe they've already cast larger people in there. You should try out for Wade, my friend.
Send me the link and I'll see what I can do.
I'm not even sure how to get there. So I'll see
yeah, I know, right?
There's like no link to anywhere. It's like I'm not even a member of the Screen Guild, Screen Actors Guild. What the hell,
man? Speaking of movies and all that, Alien 5 concept art has been released.
I so hope this movie gets made. I so hope it gets made.
Looks like Ripley and Hicks are ready for battle in this one. Sigourney Weaver is already on board, so.
And it's not like Michael Bihn's doing anything else these days. And I'm sorry, Aliens was one of my favorite movies when I was an older teenager. It was such a phenomenal war film and really well done. And I loved the setup and the design and everything. And then Alien 3 came along and just shot on everything. I mean, it was one of the few movies I've ever seen with a little kid in it. It wasn't annoying. I mean, I honestly bought this girl was just shell-shocked.
Yeah.
And I don't know the name of the actress, but she's never done anything since.
And then the third one. Oh, yeah, that one girl that we...
was with the entire movie rescuing? Yeah, she's dead.
Exactly.
Oh, and Hicks, the great heroic Marine, yeah, he's dead too.
Yeah.
And then they had Aliens Resurrection, which even Joss Whedon's like, yeah, that's a steaming pile. I'm sorry I wrote it.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Well, originally the movie was supposed to be directed by John Woo. He was going to be one of the big films he was working on.
That'd be pretty awesome.
It would have been pretty rad, but then he got cut and thrown out, and the guy who made City of Lost Children, which is a phenomenal French movie, don't get me wrong. Very odd. He got cast instead. He basically brought in his favorite actors.
There you go.
Ron Perlman and such. But even then, he couldn't save that film.
Your turn.
Okay, I already did that. Let's see here. Speaking of movies and remakes.
Okay.
X-Men and Star Wars writer-producer Simon Kinberg to pen Logan's Run remake.
Okay. Why?
Because it's Logan's Run, and it's a remake.
But it's Logan's Run.
Well, the funny thing is, have you ever read the original novel?
No.
It's actually really good. It's changed. The movie changes a lot. Originally, the book was anyone over 21 gets put to death.
Okay.
So basically, you start coming of age when you're 15. You get 6 years of basically running the world, and then you die. And Logan is what's called he's an executioner who hunts down runners.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Logan hits 21, he becomes a runner, and he uses his own skills to chase, to defy being murdered for being old. Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
And they made it in 1976 with Michael York, and they changed it so it's anyone under 30.
Yeah.
But they've been trying to get this thing off the ground with directors like Bryan Singer and Ryan Gosling and Joel Silver, et cetera, et cetera.
Just
But
as
they're
long as
trying
we
one
don't
more
get
time.
Schumacher
Or M. Night Shyamalan.
or Michael Bay.
Or Michael Bay. Or a combination of all three.
Oh God,
Schumacher, Shyamalan, Bay.
that would be unstoppably bad.
Schumacher, Shyamalan, and Michael Bay.
Oh my God, I think my brain just broke.
Sorry. But yeah, I always actually really enjoyed the story of Logan's Run. And I remember when I watched it as a kid, I was like, this is really cheesy. But I've always thought that there is a possibility of a good movie version in there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, because it's like, you know, set with young folks, it could be like, you know, sort of like The Maze Runner or the Hunger Games kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I think a young adult film.
I think at this point we've got a bit too much saturation in the market for this. Come back in like, I don't know, 10 years or so, then maybe I think
we'll be too old and dead.
Yeah. But at the same time, though, I think it'll be worth the wait. Speaking of movies that can't get off the ground, but somehow we're still getting news about them.
Okay.
Stephen King's It has found another director.
Yay! I thought we talked about this last week, or last time we did the show.
Did we?
Yeah.
Well,
no, was it The Stand or It?
I think it might have been The Stand last time.
Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Cary Fukunaga, who was going to be our director, left over Memorial Day.
Right.
And so now we have given it to and the director for the new It is holy cow, it's me. No, I'm kidding. It is
Tom Leifheit.
Tom Leifheit.
I'm never going to get his name right. I don't know why. It's like a mental block, I swear. I feel honestly bad about this.
It's Andy Muschietti.
Okay.
He is responsible for the movie Mama, which was produced by Del Toro.
Yeah, I remember that, Guillermo del Toro. I saw the short film it was based on, and it was genuinely creepy. I just don't know if they can make an entire movie out of that.
Well, apparently they did. So.
Well, apparently they took a lovely little 3-minute short and turned it into the Adam Sandler shit bomb called Pixels. We should talk about that for just a minute, shall we?
Yes, please.
Holy cow, I have not even seen the movie, and I hate it. And Movie Bob did a 10-minute, just the most venom-soaked vitriol against this film I have ever seen. He's like, this isn't a movie. This is an active crime scene.
Yeah, I have heard absolutely nothing good about this movie. It bears all of the same problems of an Adam Sandler movie, but it feels tired. And it references the fact that it feels tired.
Yeah. And it's not making very much movie money.
It's not making very much movie.
It's not much of a movie, no. No, I'm kind of worried about it because I was kind of looking at this as almost like a litmus test, whether 80s nostalgia is going to be worth making Ready Player One.
Mm.
But everyone's like, no, Steven Spielberg wants to do it, so he'll get it through. I'm like, okay. I'm kind of hoping, but Spielberg loved the 80s. He had a great time in the 80s.
Yeah,
he loves video games, and he still loves video games.
Well, the thing is that it's also an Adam Sandler movie. So putting your chips on an Adam Sandler movie, I didn't see that going well.
No, not really, no.
But yeah, it is gloriously going bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, apparently Ant-Man still managed to beat it out this weekend, so yay!
Woohoo! Which I saw in New York. It was awesome.
Oh, it was cool.
Yeah. Fails the Bechdel test very badly.
The Bechdel test?
The Bechdel test?
Is that the one? Is that the one about a woman talking about a guy or something? Or?
Basically, there has to be at least a scene in the film where two women talk about something other than a guy.
Ah, and it failed that horribly?
There's only one female character in the movie.
Ah.
So, yeah, it didn't go well.
No. Oh, well.
But it still rocked. Because that's not what that movie's about.
No, movies about big explosions and little dudes and Thomas the Tank Engine as a weapon of mass destruction.
Yes. And ants.
Yay, ants!
Speaking of ants, actually no, speaking of big explosions and whatnot,
Okay.
Lucy Lawless wants to play Xena again.
I heard something about this. I am very excited.
And just in time, NBC is looking to reboot Xena, Warrior Princess.
Say.
Could this be a match made in heaven?
Dun dun dun. And the question is whether they're going to have, Lucy Lawless playing the elder Xena going, hey, back in my day, and then having a recast actress doing all the stuff that Xena did back in the 90s.
I don't know. Maybe.
I wouldn't mind seeing, Lucy Lawless back in action. I mean, she's in the Evil Dead TV series, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, I still love that trailer. Oh, I love that trailer.
All right, let's see here. Marvel movie news. Rachel McAdams just confirmed those Doctor Strange rumors.
Okay, cool.
It seems that not only is Tilda Swinton playing the Ancient One,
Mm-hmm.
and Chiwetel Ejiofor, I looked this up to pronounce it properly.
Thank you.
Seems nailed on to be the villainous
Mordo.
Baron Mordo. Now, Rachel McAdams has been cast as the foil / love interest of Doctor Strange.
Oh, interesting.
And I can't for the life of me remember her name, and it's not actually listing it to more. I got a picture of her on the damn article, and she was like she was this white-haired woman that he felt he was in love with for most of his life.
Mm. I have that information somewhere here too, but I'm blanking.
And apparently, what Marvel is doing is that some of their less-known properties like Doctor Who and such. I mean, Doctor Strange. is they're casting bigger actors in the parts to try to drive up interest in the movies. Which would be why Michael Douglas and Paul Rudd were in the Ant-Man films, and Chris Evans was in Captain America. And Chris Evans was not a big star before that movie came out.
Right.
But everyone knows who Captain America is.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay. So they're saying, who should we... Is there anything else coming out? It doesn't seem to be. We've got Benedict Cumberbatch and Rachel McAdams, and yay. I'm looking forward to this movie because Doctor Strange and Benedict Cumberbatch, yay.
Who would you like to see done as a movie now?
What do you mean?
Well, we've seen that the Marvel model of let's do our lesser known characters as movies.
Okay.
So from there, who would you like to see?
Well, the snark in me, the first thing that pops in my head is I want to see a Squirrel Girl movie.
That'd be pretty rad.
Starring Jennifer Lawrence.
I think you've just sold a movie here.
Though she's already in the X-Men movies, so.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I don't know. I always thought Squirrel Girl was kind of funny.
I know you want Dazzler movie like a thing you want a lot.
I would love a Dazzler movie, but every time I hear someone getting cast or getting rumored, I'm like, no.
No.
Like back when Marvel was originally purchased by Disney, people were talking about Miley Cyrus. I'm like, no. And then there's like Taylor Swift. I'm like, no. Honestly, I would love to see a young rocker like a Joan Jett type play her.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
And the thing is like even make it more interesting. Have her, she's a rocker, but she's trying to make it and so the movie industry, it's like the music industry tries to rewrite her as like poppy song, poppy music songstress, and she's like, but this isn't me. And then she gets progressively darker until she finally gets back to her full rocker persona by the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which apparently I've just described to the Gem and the Holograms movie. Anyway,
yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that's what I would like to see. I'd like to see a Dazzler movie or a Squirrel Girl movie.
Fair enough.
Or Brother Voodoo. Brother Voodoo starring, shit, I don't know. I don't know enough African American actors. I don't watch enough TV.
Yeah, me either.
Okay.
Let's see. Who would I want?
What?
Who would I want now? Well, I guess just purely for the camp factor, I'd like to see Rom Space Knight,
Oh, God.
but they can't.
Yeah, they don't own the rights to him.
Yeah.
It's like Remco owns them or something.
Yeah. Actually, I think like Hasbro owns Remco, which still owns.
Right.
So it's all wrapped up in some pretty heavy legalese.
And Hasbro works a lot with Disney for the toys, so.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Here, let's see here. Here's some happy news.
Go for it.
But definitely, Rom the Space Knight would be awesome to watch. I'd like to see Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And cast him with an actual Asian actor. I mean, don't fuck up and say he's like half Asian. I'm like, no, fuck you. Get one of the actors, one of the big Hong Kong action stars, someone who's like been in the Raid Redemption or something,
Yeah.
and just bust up. Just totally break the doors off what can be done in Hollywood films. Even better, get an actual Asian film director.
I'm in for. I am in. You've sold me.
Yes, it's like, because basically Shang-Chi was originally created for like the kung fu exploitation films of the 70s. Take it back.
Yeah.
It's like Clerks 2. Own it. Take back Porch Monkey.
Oh Christ.
Sorry. Anyway,
I've got it. Fin Fang Foom.
Oh,
We
God.
need a Fin Fang Foom movie.
That would be awesome.
Oh.
Big Fan Fu versus Pacific Rim.
Oh, beautiful. But we need a voice actor for Fin Fang Foom. That's not Benedict Cumberbatch.
Vin Von Diesel.
Fin Fang Diesel. Okay. Sold.
Okay. Moving right along.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Troops?
No.
This is
Oh, wait. That's that Star Wars fan film that you sent me.
Yes.
Yes, I have seen it.
It has been it premiered on July 18th, 1997, so it's been going on for 18 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It really was the first of the generation of the Star Wars fan films.
Mm-hmm.
And the satirical story, shot in the same documentary style as Cops, follows the true story of what happened on Tatooine during A New Hope, following the Black Sheep Squadron as they go about their work with routine traffic stops and domestic disputes near Mos Eisley. And it's, to this day, still one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious.
It really set the bar, and it's still very much worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they, I think Rob Paulson did the voice of one of the stormtroopers.
Really?
Yeah.
Rob Paulson as Fin Fang Foom.
Ooh. Playing it with Pinky's voice.
Oh, Narf.
Narf!
Oh, beautiful. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, so yes, Troops, go check it out if you haven't seen it. It's on YouTube.
And it turned 18 this year.
Yeah.
Wow. It is now a legal adult.
Yeah.
Speaking of fan art.
Okay.
So I was in New York when this story dropped, and it's mostly art, so I'll just have to post it to the page.
Okay.
Excuse me. But there is a street artist by the name of Owen Dippy, and in Brooklyn, he took several Renaissance paintings and punked them, and then put them up on buildings.
Huh.
So we've got one that is the Radiant Madonna, and it has this outline of a baby trying to push away from the Radiant Madonna here. He's also taken some of the self-portraits of the famous painters of the day, and of course turned them into the turtles.
Okay.
So we do have...
I did see that one.
Yeah. And it's in Brooklyn, so it's pretty cool.
Okay. Speaking of which, when you were in Manhattan,
Yes.
did you get a chance to go to the Ghostbusters Firehouse?
I did. That's actually in Tribeca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did go. It's actually a functioning firehouse.
Really?
Yeah, it's always in business, so you can't actually get in.
Oh, that stinks.
But they do have some signs on the ground, which I'll post somewhere along the lines.
Okay.
So yeah, I did get to do that.
All right.
I also got to visit Spook Central.
Ooh.
There you go. And it's on the page.
Awesome.
All right, your turn, man.
All right. I got two shit that should not be's and one honorable mention. So I'll give you the last good piece of news I have.
Okay. Well, actually, how about this? Then I take let me just run through the last few I have.
Okay.
Let's see. Miss Piggy sang Rihanna's "Bitch Better Have My Money."
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was funny. These last two are actually really sad. So you remember how I liked Groove Shark?
Yeah.
The co-founder Josh Greenberg was found dead at age 28.
Oh man.
Yeah. So there's that. And then also very sad. Remember how I was all broken up at James Horner being dead as well?
Yeah.
His last score that he completed was for a remake of The Magnificent Seven.
Oh.
So the director of The Equalizer, Antoine Fuqua.
Antoine Fuqua, yeah.
Yeah, I will be doing the remake of Magnificent Seven, and the music of James Horner will be heard for the last time there.
Big bucket away, my friend. I hope you continue to make music in heaven.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we have some updates for Netflix.
Okay.
Reading Rainbow is coming to Netflix.
Reading Rainbow.
So we will finally have those old episodes. Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein is going to be coming.
Okay.
Let's see.
Tell me the big one's coming. Tell me if Scooby-Doo Meets Kiss is going to be on Netflix.
Oh, invariably, sir.
Oh God, I was at a Mexican restaurant with my parents last night.
Doctor Who Season 8 will be on there, of course.
Yeah.
The Woman in Black 2, Angel of Death will be there. A movie called Pariah, which looks interesting. And it just, I'll post it up on the page as well. But yeah, so cool stuff.
Yeah, apparently, Kiss has licensed their name out to an arena football team.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. Let me look this up. Arena football Kiss. No, I was at a Mexican restaurant last night. Yeah, the L.A. Kiss.
Oh God.
Los Angeles Kiss, and their namesake is actually Kiss.
Huh.
It's the actual Kiss logo. And they're owned by Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley.
Nice.
Members of Kiss. So, I was at a Mexican restaurant last night with my parents, and we were watching an arena football game going, whoa, what the heck? There's a place in town called Colchiones, and they have really damn good fajitas, I discovered. I'm still looking for a place that actually has real, authentic Mexican food.
San Marcos in Toledo.
Yeah, we're going to have to make a trip up there sometime.
Yes.
Okay, last piece of real news I have.
Mm-hmm.
Benicio del Toro will play a major villain in Star Wars Episode 8.
Yes, I've heard about this.
Yeah, Del Toro, an Oscar winner for his role in Traffic, was rumored to be up for a role of Khan in Star Trek Into Darkness, and did play the creepy collector in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
And he currently has an offer to play the role, but has yet to accept. He's a fan and filmmaker favorite to play crazy, menacing characters, though, so either way, the casting makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah.
As also of note, Variety reports Joaquin Phoenix was also up for the role, and then said he passed.
Well, Joaquin Phoenix, though.
He's fucking nuts.
Yes.
You know, Benicio del Toro's nuts, but he's nuts in a good way.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is just loopy. He's like Crispin Glover crazy.
I don't know. I think there's even a more special place of crazy for Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
I have also got two shits that should not be in an honorable mention.
All right. Well, you want me to do my honorable mention first, or do our invariable Disney remake?
Actually, one of mine, my honorable mention is a Disney remake.
I'll go ahead and hit it.
Sword in the Stone, live-action remake, in development with Game of Thrones writer.
Okay, first off, this is what I say, and this is how this is written. This is my Sword in the Stone. This is my shit that should it be. I need to read this because it's fucking hilarious. Oh God, now the Sword in the Stone is getting a live-action remake. Another week, another soul-crushing announcement of Disney's intent to take your childhood animated movies and render them in flesh. The great behemoth has cast its eyes upon Sword in the Stone and is determined to be 100% better with actual humors rather than its foolish two-dimensional sorcery.
Did I say no purple dragons? Did I?
Naturally, the Sword and Sorcery epic has tapped Game of Thrones writer-producer Brian Cogman to pen the script for the movie, while Brigham Taylor, who also is working on the Cap Company's Jungle Book remake, will produce. Please look forward to 20 years from now when we get the announcements directly beamed into our cyber eyeballs that Disney is remaking all of these live-action remakes into animated films. For now, let's just wait another week for Disney to announce another live-action remake, shall we?
So, yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to ruin that for you because it was funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
And your honorable mention, sir?
There is going to be a Fight Club rock opera, and Trent Reznor is scoring it.
I want this now!
The first rule of Fight Club rock opera is you do not talk about Fight Club rock opera. Oh, wait. At the Fight Club panel at Comic-Con, author Chuck Palahniuk crushed fans' hopes of a sequel, but built them back up again by confirming a rock opera rendition of the cult novel is in the works. It's going to involve David Fincher, who directed the movie,
Delightful.
and Trent Reznor, who has scored a bunch of David Fincher movies, but strangely enough, not Fight Club. So it will be doing
that was
enhanced
the Dust
version movie.
Brothers, as I recall.
Yes. So that's something you got to look forward to.
I like Trent Reznor, so I'm looking forward to this one now.
I have a story related to Trent Reznor. I don't know if it's true or not. It's one of those my girlfriend told me, so it might be true.
So it's kind of apocryphal.
Yeah. Well, my girlfriend, I used to date her back in the early 2000s. Beautiful girl named Megan. We just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
She was involved in the same Cleveland groups that Trent Reznor was.
Mm-hmm.
And they were getting ready to shoot Head Like a Hole, which was their first video in 1989.
Right.
And Trent's girlfriend was getting ready to do his hair.
Mm-hmm.
And Megan just casually dropped that Trent had been sleeping with this other girl.
Ooh, boy.
And that's one reason why Trent has his head's half shaved in Head Like a Hole.
Okay.
Because she was trying to make him look as bad as possible to his revenge. But apparently it didn't work.
All right.
So take it as you will. That's the story my ex-girlfriend told me. She and I are still friends. We still chat.
That's good.
Yeah, I just only a couple women that I don't talk to anymore. And yeah, I was a dick to some of them, but other ones they're nuts.
All right. And now on to our shits that should not be.
Okay, it's your turn for the shit that should not be.
This one is an actual shit that should not be, but at the same time, it's a Disney thing again. Aladdin prequel.
Yep, that's my shit that should not be as well.
Genies. Really?
Yeah.
You want to shit on Robin Williams' memory that badly? Disney, I had faith in you. You do really good work with Marvel. What the fuck is wrong with you?
They did really good work with Marvel, and they've done really fantastic work with Pixar, and they had the animation renaissance in the 90s, and then something went horribly wrong, and I don't know what it was. I had so much hope for, what's his name? The current head of Disney.
Oh, it's not Eisner anymore, it's...
No, not Eisner, shit. Anyway, no, he He went back. He rebuilt a lot of bridges. He really tried hard.
What, is it Roy E. Disney?
No, Roy Disney unfortunately passed away a few years ago.
Did he really? I had no idea.
Yeah, he passed away about 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, he was the nephew of Walt Disney, and hold on, head of Disney.
To the internets.
Well, he's been responsible for buying Pixar. Bob Iger, that's his name.
There we go.
He's been responsible for Disney purchasing Marvel and Pixar and the Muppet. Well, not the Muppets. That was a nicer thing, but purchasing all these different companies and making them work very well together, creating a lot of nice synergy. But he's just apparently Disney has moved away from a content producer to being a content provider.
Yeah.
So I mean, and also the problem is when they have a film that is a brand new idea built from an original Disney property, it didn't do so hot. I mean, Tomorrowland, for example.
Yeah.
Lone Ranger, John Carter. I mean, these were all properties that were fully owned by Disney. And even though Lone Ranger isn't created by Disney, they were the first one in 30 years that was actually trying something different with it.
Honestly, with these kind of movies coming out, I'm honestly waiting for a Davy Crockett reboot.
I wouldn't be surprised. Or Zorro.
Ooh, yes, please.
Well, they had the Mask of Zorro and the Mark of Zorro.
Yeah.
From a few years ago. But I wouldn't mind seeing another Zorro movie. I like Zorro.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't update it.
Yeah.
Hip-hop Zorro set in New York, in Mexico.
Oh, fuck that, man.
Zorro versus drug cartel.
You got another shit that should not be?
That was my shit that should not be.
Oh.
Genie-centric Aladdin prequel and developed at Disney.
All right, then. I've got one.
Why? Just why?
I've got one better.
Oh, no.
Did you watch Sleepy Hollow?
I have heard of the show.
I did watch it, and it was really, really good. I've only seen...
Do you mean the television series or the movie?
The television series.
Okay, cool.
I've only seen the first season, really. I kind of fell off the wagon when I started working at Walmart.
Okay.
And you are familiar with the behemoth that is known only as Bones, right?
I know where this is going. Go ahead.
Sleepy Hollow to crossover with Bones.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, last week when we had Archie meets the Ramones...
Yeah. Bones has always been kind of out there in terms of its science fiction. I mean, they're always doing stuff that's a little bit, kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's kind of every pop procedural.
Yeah, but they've never gone full-out fantasy before.
Yeah.
So this is the intent. I can also see, though, that, I think was it Fox has got the show?
Yep, they both.
That they really want to get behind Sleepy Hollow, and the best way to do it is to pair it up with one of its most popular shows.
Yeah.
From a business sense, it makes sense, but from a design character sense, it's like, why?
Well, it's like...
Why?
This is a story from Paul Dini himself, where back when they were doing work on the WB, they would have meetings with this one guy who decided it would be a really great idea where every 5 minutes they would switch between an episode of Batman the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series.
Okay.
And it would be a mystery. This is what I'm getting out of all of this. This is bad ideas.
Bad idea 101.
Oh my god. Honestly, there was a spin-off of Bones that was really, really good, and I miss it because it's gone now.
Mm.
It was called The Finder.
I remember that show. I enjoyed that show.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And it died, and then Michael Clark Duncan died.
Ugh.
Bring that back! That was at least an original idea.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's our shit that should not be. I think that's everything we've got so far.
Yeah, that's the geek news. That's everything.
Yeah, the only thing I've got left is apparently they're trying to revive a show called Electra Woman and Dyna Girl.
I've heard about this.
It was a superhero show from the late 70s by Sid and Marty Krofft of HR Puff and Stuff fame. And they've got it updated. And I actually was going to watch the teaser before we started the episode, but I never got the chance. But you know what? This is one of those things. It's not one of those, my childhood is being ruined because I don't remember the show.
As long as we can also get the power of ISIS back on the air, there you go.
Fuck yes, I like that show.
Do that with like Supergirl, and then do the other one with Dyna Girl, and then do Power of ISIS. You've got a power block there.
Maybe do Shazam. So.
Yeah, sorry, my headphones fell off my head.
Okay. It's alright, man.
So I guess for the rest of the night, it's my adventures post Washington.
Okay.
Tell
us a little bit what happened. What interesting things did you do? What interesting things did you eat?
Let's see. In Washington, D.C., on my last day, I was informed by my brother that there's a really great crepes truck.
Okay.
And unfortunately, every time I went to go find this magical crepes truck, I missed it.
Magical crepes.
And so I ended up... there was a different crepes joint in Chinatown that also had really great crepes. So that was kind of the long and short of DC food that was actually DC food.
Okay.
There's not much local food in DC unless you count food trucks.
All right.
Let's see. From there, it was Philadelphia.
Okay.
Where I went to go... I went and saw Independence Hall, of course.
Of course.
The hostel that I was staying at was right around the corner from the remains of Ben Franklin's house.
Neat. Did you go dig in his basement? Did you find any dead bodies?
I did not find any dead bodies. I actually was on my way to Independence Hall the morning there, and it was raining like a cow pissing on a flat rock. And so you can picture me just walking down the street with my day bag and my umbrella, and then I look over, and suddenly there's this big old entryway, and it looks like this weird courtyard situation. And I walk in, and there's the remains of Ben Franklin's house.
Neat.
So, kind of by mistake, I wander into there. And that was awesome. I also, of course, had to do the... I had to see where Rocky ran up the stairs and all of that.
Did you run up the stairs?
I did run up the stairs.
Were you huffing and puffing by the end of it?
No, actually, I wasn't.
Nice.
I'm surprisingly fit, though, so...
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I have to put this up for a second.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Breaking news.
We now take you live to Dan's domicile.
Stephen Hawking, Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, and Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak signed open letter to stop Skynet.
Go on.
They urge a ban on offensive autonomous weapons beyond meaningful human control. In other words, we need to get out ahead of Skynet before it happens.
Brilliant.
If any major power pushes ahead with AI development, a global arms race is virtually inevitable. The endpoint of this technology trajectory is obvious. Autonomous weapons will become the Kalashnikovs, aka AK-47s of tomorrow.
This just makes me happy all over.
Yeah, so we must fight against AI.
Brilliant. Let's see.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine,
Okay. So you were in Philadelphia, and you ran up the rocky stairs.
Yep, and I also got a picture of the statue.
Cool.
So that was awesome. And then I went to New York and spent almost a week in New York.
New York, it's a hell of a town. The cabs don't stop, they don't even slow down.
Yeah. It's daunting.
Yes, it is.
It toes the line of being a sensory overload city, which is why on my first or second day there, I actually had to stop, go to Central Park, and cool down for a while.
Huh.
I actually recorded a log of all of my adventures while I was in the different places, which I'll post as Walruscast. Mm-hmm. But in New York, I went to the top of the Rock at Rockefeller Center. Mm-hmm. You remember the song from a song by They Might Be Giants, New York City?
Yeah.
Where it goes Statue of Liberty, Staten Island Ferry, Co-op City, Katz's and Tiffany's, Central Park, Brooklyn Bridge, the Empire State where Dylan lived, Coney Island and Times Square, Rockefeller Center, which I was there. Mm-hmm. I hit all of those places except for Co-op City, which is in the Bronx.
Okay.
And I was warned against the Bronx, so... I also, of course, went to Red Bank, New Jersey.
Yes, I heard you say that. And you went to Jane Bob's Secret Stash.
Yes.
Did you recognize anyone work behind the counter?
Yes. Matter of fact, I went in, I bought a copy of Blunt Man and Chronic.
Okay.
I bought a copy of Widening Gyre. Mm. And I also found a sticker for the Smodcast Internet Radio, and I got a postcard of Jay and Silent Bob. And I bought all this, and I was already on my way out of the store. I got a picture with the Tusk Walrus, so now the radioactive walrus has met that walrus.
Do you speak in the language of your people?
Anyway, so there I am, and I walk out onto the street, and I ran into Walt Flanagan himself.
Oh, wow.
And I basically said, hi, I really like your stuff and all of that, and he asked me if I had anything for him to sign. And I said, not really. I mean, I just barely bought this copy of Widening Gyre. Huh. And so he said, here, hand it to me. Walked me back into the secret stash.
Oh, wow.
And then drew Batman in the book.
Nice. Did you tell him we do a podcast?
No, I didn't.
You could have mentioned it.
I know, but maybe I'll just write a letter to the secret stash.
There you go. But he drew you Batman. That is so cool.
Yeah, he drew Batman in the front cover and all, and oh god, really nice dude. And wish me luck on my film production major.
Nice.
I also went and saw the Quick Stop. Mm. Has not aged well. Although they do seem to be a little more at ease with their with the fans of Kevin Smith just showing up.
That's nice. Yeah, that's rather nice. Considering, well, I only had that one guy, so I don't even know if it was just he was having a bad day or whatever.
That might be. I also tried not to bring any attention to the fact that I was there solely because I am a fan of Clerks.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, New York. I went back to New York the next day. Then went to Boston. Boston was the city that finally gave me the sensory overload.
Boston.
Yes. So I spent a lot of time in the Commons. Funny enough, though. Okay, Boston is one of those cities that has no self-control about there being national monuments. Mm-hmm. Everywhere you turn is a national monument.
Yeah.
So it made me really happy when I was walking out of the Commons one time to go back to the hostel.
Uh-huh.
And there was this life-size statue of Edgar Allan Poe. And,
nice.
And he's wearing this flowing trench coat. And he's carrying this briefcase that has opened up, and there's a raven flying out of it. It was really cool. So yeah, that's Boston, and then Buffalo. I spent a really good time with some friends, where we talked about this. You remember that time that I came up to you at work where I started quoting Pulp Fiction with Muppet voices?
Yes.
I started doing that with them. I want to make this a podcast. Muppets Where They Don't Belong. Where we have people who do Muppet impressions as in scenes where they clearly do not belong. Like Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker in Fight Club.
Do you not talk about Fight Club? I can't do Bunsen. Let's see here. Fuzzy Bear in Nymphomaniac.
Oh, God. Kermit the Frog and Fozzie as Dante and Randall in Clerks.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Oh, God. I'm trying to think about the most horrific movies I can think of. You're going for comedy. I'm going for this will never be good.
Yeah.
Animal in the Friday the 13th films.
Animal!
Animal, woman.
Actually, when I, having now since watched Pulp Fiction, we finally established that Elmo is Travolta's character.
Oh, God.
And Grover is Jules. It's the it's the wallet that says "bad motherfucker" on it.
You will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
A big Kahuna burger is very good.
He's very it's a tasty burger.
But the one that broke me,
Okay.
Cookie Monster, as Bruce Willis's character.
Oh, God.
Especially because of the scene right where he's met up with his girlfriend again, and she requests that he give her oral pleasure, because that's the point where my brain went, nom 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 nom.
I'm just imagining Sweetums as Marcellus Wallace right now.
Oh, beautiful. And we've already established that Christopher Walken's character is Big Bird.
Yeah.
I had this piece of metal shoved up my ass for 4 years.
Oh, Lordy.
So that's pretty much all of the story that I have.
For right now. I'm sure other things will come up as time goes on.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll be talking about something like, oh, yeah, I'm in New York City, and you tell me this amazing story. I'm like, oh, my God.
I was actually watching TV, and there was a commercial for, I think, State Farm. And it's the car's name was Brad. And
I've seen that.
Yeah, I recognized the filming location immediately. They filmed that on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Nice.
Yeah. So, that's pretty much the life and times.
All right, man. Well, welcome back to Ohio.
Thank you.
Tim and I have been talking a bit about on Skype about doing some commentaries. We'll probably meet up at my place.
Yes. I was actually the one that's just your place.
Yeah, because we'll meet up here and we'll make some footage and watch some movies and record some commentaries.
Mm-hmm. And when we do Rocky Horror Picture Show, we must do it as a musical.
Oh, God. I don't know if we want to do Rocky Horror, because that's been done so many times. I'm thinking about getting a hold of some really, really obscure stuff.
Okay.
Like Fire and Ice or Rock and Rule, films that you guys have never seen.
Rock and Rule.
Yeah, we find animated films or movies that we dearly love that no one's ever watched before. For a Halloween special, we can do Ghost Watch.
Or we can finally bite the bullet and do Marquee.
Yeah.
Well, we will need booze.
We need a lot of booze. We need to wait till you're legal. I'm not sure if Tim's legal or not, but yeah. Let's see. Unearthed films.
But yeah, that's all I have for the show tonight.
That's all I got too.
All right then. I suppose that's the end of it. And from all of us here at Radioactive Walrus Entertainment, the experiment room, it's good to be home,
Yay!
and Dan's domicile,
Hello.
this has been Late Night Taco Delivery.
You may now place your order.
Late Night Taco Delivery is performed by Daniel Gill and Jonathan Knoll, and was created by Daniel Gill. New Bizarre opening by Jonathan Knoll. If you have questions, comments, or a suggestion for a future show, drop us a line on Twitter at Radio Walrus Pod. Like Radioactive Walrus Entertainment on our Facebook, or subscribe to our official YouTube channel, Radioactive Walrus. That's Radioactive with a capital R, Walrus with a capital W, and no spaces. Thank you for calling Late Night Taco Delivery. You may now place your orders. This has been a production of Radioactive Walrus Entertainment.
John, what do chickens say?